What's going on, Unc? How you doing, man?
I'm good. So I would go to get me out the room.
Okay.
You started doing me probably about a decade ago.
Yep.
Why the fuck you bother me?
Listen. They wrote it. They wrote it, and I saw the cat. I said, man, okay, I could do that, but I don't think it was that good at first. I think I was exaggerating for no reason.
Right.
I didn't have anything funny to say, so I had to exaggerate the mannerism. And I don't know. I thought I always was under the impression you did not like it or like me. I was like,
Nah, it wasn't you. I didn't like the impersonation because, like you said, because the mannerisms were so exaggerated.
Yeah.
But I think you refined it because I think, like you said, you saw it in the script, and it was something that, like the other impersonations that we're gonna get to, you probably had an opportunity to rehearse those over and over and perfect it. And this was like last minute. Okay, I got it.
Same thing with it was the same thing with Stephen A. Smith. Like, you know, I didn't have that impression at first.
Right.
So they were like, can you do this by Saturday? And I was like, let me see what I can do.
Right.
And as I kept doing it, I refined it more. You know what I mean? And made the character more lucid. But at first, nah, dog. It was me trying to get used to it.
Did you always have that ability to impersonate people? And who was your first impersonation?
Yes, I've had it since I was 6 years old, and it was Gilbert Godfrey.
Okay.
That was the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, the Jewish dude with the crazy voice.
Right.
I'm mounting. You know, it was just, so I just kept doing that, and then it was Forrest Gump, Sally Field, then it was Ed, and Eddie, and then I just kept adding characters to that.
Did you ever do your parents? Could you do your mom and your dad?
Oh yeah, Jared. That's what my mom always talks. Jared, you gotta stop cursing, Jared.
Right.
Remember where you came from.
Right.
My father just like, I don't give a fuck. You know? my dad is so hardcore, and my mother is so like, she's so conservative, but when you see her turn up, it's so charming because it's like she's natural with it.
So how long does it take you to perfect an impersonation?
It just depends on who it is, man. I mean, some people will take a month, other people will take years. Like Denzel took 3 years.
Really?
3 years, because I was watching, my voice wasn't all the way there because I was young, I was still a teenager.
Right.
So it took a lot of vocal contorting to get that down to a T. And I still feel like I'm still learning stuff about Denzel that I didn't know.
So when you're doing impersonation, so you're doing Denzel, are you watching movies? Are you just listening to him talk in interviews? How are you going about trying to perfect this?
I'm doing all of that. I'm watching him in interviews. I'm watching movies. I'm looking at certain things that he's doing that don't stick out. Like Denzel has this thing with his lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll do that, and he'll go like that, and he'll bite his lip, and he'll look at you, and he always looks off to the left side like there's something over there, and there's nothing over there.
Like, what's going on? Somebody coming in the room?
He'll be like, all right, and it'll look away, and he'll be like, who was over there? And it was nobody. That's his thing. If you watch Idris Elba, his thing is to not look at the camera.
Right.
You know, it's just, so when you talk like Idris, he just like looks away, and he'll look at you like a little bit, maybe to the peripheral, but he'll never look at you in your eyes, mate, because he doesn't have to. I'm too pretty.
Right. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.